cities in the world, San Diego, and Snapdragon Stadium. And the Aztecs headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Bruins offense will go to work first. And they've got the veteran, this senior quarterback, to guide the ship, coming off a 400-yard, 3-touchdown outing in his last appearance.
And I'll tell you what, this QB, man, he has been the surprise of the season to start so far. Just ascending in play. Got his team in a good spot, playing at a really high level. Palmer, this might be a guy that we say, we might not have been talking about him preseason, but we talking about him now.
Yeah. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Mitchell. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Aztecs trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aztecs! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the run from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. RPO complete. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Makes the catch but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Wants to throw it. Comes down. It's Cox. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Trying to get started. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Aztecs offense makes its way onto the field to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hits inside. It's Mitchell. Got the first down. Oh, what a move to get room. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. To the ground. He's got it again.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Second and long here. Turns up, it's Ford. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Aztecs will hustle to the line.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Saunders. Gets open down the middle. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. On target. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a 1st down in the red zone. Driving forward, it's Mitchell. Got some room entered to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, San Diego State. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Saunders. Right side, it's Mitchell.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Push is ahead. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a 1st down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Mitchell. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
That'll do it for the quarter, guys, and San Diego State is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Sets his feet. It's Saunders. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. That holding call threw him in reverse. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Got his man. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. The Aztecs want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Trying to take it back. The 40, at the 30. Inside the pick six, he takes it in. Touchdown, UCLA. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. San Diego State trying to get things moving on this drive. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Bruins. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six. Extra point here will tie the game.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Looking for a man. It's Saunders. Caught. He's dropped. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it downfield. He's got it way down the field. And the Aztecs come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. The quick out. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Caught in the backfield, it's Napier. Shakes a man, and he might take off. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Aztecs want to pick up the tempo. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
And they've converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And the returner goes down. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. See some running room. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20 and pick up a 5. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Fresh center downs going to the air. Holds on, it's Jordan.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab down the middle. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Finds his tight end. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. They'll try to get it through the air. He's got it. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on fourth down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Wants to throw on first. Out wide right, it's Cox.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Bruins can really attack on this 2nd and short. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Maybe didn't like that play call on 3rd and 2. Instead, they'll call a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Right side, it's Cox. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down on that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Back to throw, it's Saunders. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Clock has stopped. Timeout has been called by UCLA. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Daniels. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Now San Diego State will spend its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Daniels. Timeout called by San Diego State. That's their 3rd and final 1. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. 1 more snap coming before halftime. Quick give, it's Mitchell. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. The Bruins will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
I caught up with the Aztecs head coach at the half. He says this all the time, but the team that holds on to the football and rushes the best usually wins the game, and that's what this team has done in the first half. The running back has been terrific. Great ball security, and offense now taking the field They expect to continue that dominant run game here on offense to start the third. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Handoff from the gun. Just smothered on the play.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares, problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They're all over him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Aztecs will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cox. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Quick give. He's past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Aztecs are in the red zone. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Dropping back, it's Saunders. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. The Bruins call timeout. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And the Aztecs will try to punch it in on first and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Aztecs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Brought down.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Cox. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
The Bruins look to keep this drive humming. Out wide right, it's Jordan. Makes the grab, and down immediately, he picks up a few. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Rid of it on the RPO. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Turns into the pile. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Bruins kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They're going to ride this running back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Straight ahead, it's Cox. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One final quarter to play and a W in the win column at stake as we open the 4th. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Drops back on first down. Got a man. It's Jordan. Stopped just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. The Bruins, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. He'll try to do it himself. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Bruins! What a catch in the end zone for 6. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And they tacked on the extra point.
24, UCLA, 21.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's go down to the sideline and Javi roll.
Checking in from the Aztec sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Rush is on. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Saunders. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. With the catch, it's Ford. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Second down to the air. Hauls it in. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Trying to establish the run. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Aztecs in the hurry-up.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Got room on the return. The 20. He's at the touchdown, UCLA. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Well, this has been a defensive war, and you're just wondering which side could hang on long enough. But how about the defense coming away with a big pick-6 late to take the lead? You got to step up in big moments. You saw the ball thrown, you pluck it out of the air, you find your convoy, and you're off to the races. That is an outstanding game-changing play.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. From the gun, running back gets to give. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Back's got it on the screen. There he goes. Past the 50, the 40, past the 30. He's at the touchdown, San Diego State. They move on top here in the fourth. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in this game. 3 of his 6 have come in this one. And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the UCLA sideline, I can see a lot happening with their running back. He has turned it over here in this game, and they are down. They need him to be a little bit better with their ball security. I have seen some coaches go over there, have him put the football in, kind of try to knock it out, get him back to a confident state of mind. He's out there right now. We'll see if they can rely on him down the stretch. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Gets the back moving. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to pass. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Tight end now in motion. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Under pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that 1st down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
This offense has it with really good field position. The give as they work on that clock. Clock has stopped. Timeout has been called by UCLA. It's their 2nd. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. To the back. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. The Bruins choose to use their final timeout here. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. And the Aztecs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll ride him again. They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he got it! Big 3 points to stretch the lead.
And that was was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of this drive. It's dropped after taking the hit.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man. Nice move to pick up yardage. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. Guys, this is